you read Edwina's piece in the paper?
Yes, I read it.
Is it true? Did you really attack her at the press box?
No, of course not. I simply told her to watch her mouth and control her typewriter.
Then I think you should demand a retraction from the Chronicle.
Oh, I don't know. Left alert. Hello. Oh, hi, Pat. What can I do for you? Yeah, you saw it too, huh? Yeah, I know. I remember you there. Yeah. No, I'm not necessarily thinking of a slander suit. Well, what have you got in mind?
Melinda! Good morning. Come in.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, come in. It's cold. Would you care for some coffee? It's hot.
Well, you're having some?
Yeah, I'll just get another cup. What brings you out to this neck of the woods? Were you visiting Dorian?
No, I wanted to apologize. It's been on my mind so much. I feel terrible about what I said to the police and then to the DA.
Melinda, believe me, there is nothing you could have said to them that they didn't already know.
Well, I know, but just the same, I didn't want to be the one to place you at the health club that day.
You didn't. I've already told you that. You didn't. I had told them that, so it's no secret. There you go.
Thank you. I don't know how you're so calm. I mean, just the idea of getting up on the witness stand scares me to death.
Well, please stop worrying, because there is nothing you can say that can harm me.
But Mr. Callison is so clever. I mean, he twists everything around. Now, I know. I was in his office when he did it to me.
Melinda, there is nothing anyone can say on the witness stand that can harm me, because I'm innocent.
So, in other words, this drug is going to have essentially the same effect as hypnosis?
That's right. And we'll give it to you through an IV so that I can control the amount.
And will I remember what I've said to you?
No. You'll remember nothing.
But I won't be able to lie to you. I mean, Nikki wouldn't be able to hide from you.
No. But I think we're going to find out that Nikki no longer exists.
Well, one way or the other, we'll know.
Yeah. Well, I'll get things started. Viki, there's really nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. Unless, of course, Nikki Smith is back. And she killed Marco Dane.
Sorry you have to go through this, huh?
Oh, hey, this is nothing. I'm going on trial for murder tomorrow. What's a little IV in my arm?
You're a very courageous lady. I love you.
Well, would you love me if I were crying?
Of course I would.
That's good, because I might.
And you just give in to your feelings, Viki.
Oh, Larry, I'm so scared. I'm so scared Nikki's back. It would be just like her, to come out at the most crucial moment of the trial, all smiles, and announce that she murdered Marco Dane, and whether she did or not.
Listen, Nikki Smith was not a violent person, so even if she does come out or did come out, she didn't kill Marco.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find that out now pretty soon, won't we? Thank you so much for being here with me. We've been friends for so long.
That's why I'm here.
How's Joe?
He's fine. He's a little nervous. Joey never lets anything show on the surface.
I know. I worry so about him. He's had to be so strong for me. I think if Nikki Smith really were back, it would hurt him so much.
He'd go through anything for you, Viki.
I know, but he already has. He went through Nikki Smith 8 years ago. Why should he have to do it again?
Who's to say he's going to have to, or that you're going to have to?
I know. I'm sorry. I think I'm just preparing myself in case I wake up in a few hours and find out Nicky is back.
Vicky.
Well, thank you for stopping by and for your reassurance.
Here you now. Well, then I guess it's time for me to go. Good luck.
Goodbye.
Larry, I'd like to talk to Vicky alone for just a minute, okay?
Oh, sure, Will. Yeah, I'll see if Nurse Ryan's ready.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, how long does it take for this sodium pentothal to work?
2 to 3 minutes. Vicky, we've got to talk about something very important. Something we should have talked about earlier, but we were in such a rush to get this started tonight.
Well, what is it?
When you're under the influence of the drug, and I start asking you about your relationship with Marco, it's bound to come out that the only reason you got involved with him was because he had made Karen a prostitute.
Well, yes, but you're her psychiatrist. Surely you know about that. And Larry. Oh, my God, Larry.
If he's in the room, he's bound to find out.
Oh, no, we can't let that happen. No, I wouldn't hurt him for anything in the world. But how am I going to change my mind about having him in the room? Why would I?
I don't know, but there's got to be some way.
Oh, we have to think of a way quickly.
Here, I want to talk to you. What's going on? I thought you wanted me in here with you.
Oh, Larry, I've changed my mind. You see, I think maybe I might say something that I don't want you to hear.
Well, I'd understand that.
Larry, trust me, you might not.
The questioning can begin in about a minute, Doctor.
Oh, Larry, please go away. Go home to Karen. Please go away.
All right. Easy. You'll be all right.
Oh, Will, I hurt him.
It'll be all right, Vicky. All right, Vicky. Start counting backward now from 100.
Okay, 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94, 93.
You're at Landview Hospital. You're under the influence of sodium pentothal. Do you remember that?
Yes.
My name is Dr. Will Vernon. Who are you?
Victoria Lord Riley.
What is the name of your husband and your son?
My husband is Joe Riley. My son is Kevin.
All right, Miss Ryan. I won't hold you for a while. Wait outside, will you?
Yes, Doctor.
Vicky, do you have a friend named Pat?
Yes, Pat Ashley. She's a very dear friend of mine.
Well, Pat received a message at the studio this afternoon.
Yes, a threatening note, I know.
Did you send her the note?
No, I did not.
Did Nicky Smith send her the note?
That Nicky, she always enjoyed sending threatening notes. She loved to threaten people, even me.
Did she threaten Pat today?
Since Pat is my close friend, she'd hate Pat because Nicky hates me.
Did you call Talbot Huddleston and threaten Tina?
No, I wouldn't threaten Tina. I love Tina.
Did you call Talbot Huddleston a few days ago?
No.
Vicky, tell me how you got involved with Marco Dane.
By accident, I began to suspect that Karen Wolek was working for Marco. I saw them together a few times at the Hotel Wallington because my friend Irene Clayton was staying there. I saw money exchanged between Marco and various men. And then I saw Karen get on the elevator with those men. And I confronted Karen with that. And she told me that Marco was blackmailing her and was forcing her to become a prostitute. After I heard Karen's story, I went to Marco and I told him about what I knew about him and forced him to leave Karen alone. And Karen told me that Marco would try to get revenge. And he did.
What did Marco do?
He befriended Tina. He told her she should become a model. And he had pictures taken of her. And then he superimposed headshots of Tina on the naked body of some other girl, and it looked as if Tina had posed for pornographic pictures. And he said that he would sell me those pictures for $50,000, but he died before I could give him the money.
Did you kill him?
Marco deserved to die. I told him that. He forced Karen to be a prostitute, and he tried to ruin Tina's life.
Did you kill him because of that?
No, I didn't kill him. I found him dead.
Did Nicky Smith kill him?
Nicky Smith thrived on people like Marco Dane because she was just like him. She wanted to destroy me. She promised she would destroy me the first time she came out. And now it's happening. Now I am being destroyed by her.
No more questions. I'm sure you're exhausted.
Yeah.
Miss Ryan.
Yes, Doctor.
Disconnect the IV and make Mrs. Rodiger comfortable.
I feel fine.
Do you remember anything about last night?
Oh, I remember having that sodium pentothal and nothing else. What happened? What did I say?
You denied killing Marco Dane.
Is Nicky back?
Sweetheart, you talked a lot about Nicky, so Will couldn't get a clear cut answer as to whether or not she exists now.
Oh, I was so hoping we'd find out. Did you go home last night?
Yep, I did.
How are the children?
Just fine, sweetheart. Absolutely wonderful. Kevin is asking after you. And Tina sends her love, and she said she'll see you this afternoon in court.
Oh, Joe, do you think it's a good idea for her to be there?
She wants to be there, sweetheart. She really does. And besides, she's already arranged to skip school.
Well, if you say so, okay.
Honey, something's come up at the office. I have to take care of it. Won't take long. I'll get back as soon as I can, okay?
Okay.
You all right?
I'm fine.
You're beautiful. I love you.
Bye-bye.
My gal.
Okay. Joe, I'd like to go home, please, before we go to the courthouse. I'd like to see Kevin before I face that district attorney. Kevin reminds me of everything that's warm and wonderful in this world, and I'd really like to just hold him and tell him I love him.
Talking about love, I love you very much.
And I love you.
Hey, we're going to get through this thing. Now, listen, we've had problems before. We've taken care of them, right? Hey, what do you say when this is all over and you're acquitted, we go away on a nice long vacation? Relax in the sand, soak in the sun. Huh?
Oh, yes, please, let's.
Okay.
Well, I'll get my coat, then we can go home, all right?
Honey, we should go in.
Oh, please, Joe, give me one.
Oh, sweetheart.
Well, that'll be Paul. I'll get it. Come in, Paul.
Oh, thanks, Joe. I'm in the study. Yeah, I'm on my way back to Pine Valley. Let me just leave my coat right here. That'll be fine. I just want to talk to Viki. Hi, Viki. Listen, I know you must be exhausted from today's activities. I'm not going to stay very long, all right? But I just wanted to touch base with you for a second.
Sit down, Paul.
Thank you.
Sure.
I want you to know that after today's session, I have a clearer idea of the direction that Callison seems to be heading in. He called 2 witnesses, and both of them, Myrtle Burke and the pawnbroker McBride, were both used to establish the existence of Nicky Smith.
Well, why is that a priority all of a sudden?
Because I think Callison is really attempting to blur the distinction between Viki and Nicky in the jurors' eyes. I mean, he's trying to have it both ways.
What do you mean? What do you mean both ways?
Well, I don't know if you were aware of it or not, but he very skillfully avoided any mention whatsoever of a multiple personality disorder or any mental illness whatsoever. See, it's already been firmly established that Victoria Riley is competent to stand trial, but what he wants to avoid at all costs is the possibility of a temporary insanity defense for Nicky Smith. So you see, by attempting to link Viki and Nicky, that's his strategy, to have the self-same competent person standing trial.
Okay, is that a workable strategy?
I certainly hope not, but it's a gutsy one, I'll grant you that. Now, I think what he's banking on is the probability that most of these jurors don't have a clear-cut idea of how a multiple personality disorder will affect the person involved. So, trying to blend Nicky and Viki is really his best chance, particularly since he doesn't have a clear-cut motive for Viki to try to kill Marco Dane, but with Nicky Smith, that's a different story entirely.
In other words, Nicky Smith had the classic motive of jealousy. That's why Callison tried to establish the fact that Nicky and Marco were lovers.
Joe, I don't know if that in itself is strong enough, and we're going to certainly find out soon enough when we really learn which way Callison will head on that thing. But I think the important thing to remember is that he does not have a clear-cut motive for Viki.
Well, it's a good thing that he hasn't got wind of Tina's connection with Marco.
Let's hope he never finds out about that.
Well, we certainly won't tell him, but what about Edwina Lewis?
Oh, no.
I mean, aren't we forgetting the fact that Edwina overheard Marco and Tina talking when Marco was trying to persuade Tina to run off with him? And I warn you guys, if Edwina remembers that, she's going to realize pretty fast what an important piece of information she's got.
Yeah, then she'll blast it all over town.
Well, I don't think that she will win the Nice Lady Award for this year.
On a Richter scale of ruthlessness, I'd give her about 8.5. Marvelous, isn't it? Our future depends on whether or not Edwina figures something out.
And it's open and loving, and the next minute I feel like I'm talking to a total stranger. Well, I guess it seems that Mr. Brewster has a problem in getting close to people. Oh, no, we're close. Sometimes. I just wish he'd be a little more consistent about it. I mean, if he was a cold fish all the time, I would have written him off a long time ago, and I wouldn't be bending your ear about him. It's a welcome relief, believe me. So the constant changes confuse you. confused me. I feel like I've got whiplash.
You know, you could look on it as a good sign.
How do you figure that?
I think that Adam probably prides himself on being a bachelor all these years. And you have finally hooked him, and he is well and truly caught. So I think when you least expect it, he's going to slip an engagement ring on your finger.
Don't hold your breath. Oh, man, who can understand them, huh?
Oh, believe me, I don't know. Joe could probably help. But he's exhausted. He's taking a nap.
Oh, my gosh, you must be too. And here, look at me. You're on trial, and I am sitting here talking about Adam Brewster, as always.
That's a nice diversion. You have a standing invitation to discuss Mr. Brewster with me anytime you like.
Oh, yeah. Famous last words. Listen, I am going to be taping my show very early tomorrow morning, so I should be able to spend the day in court. It would be nice to see your face. So say hi to Joe for me, okay?
Yeah, I will.